Hello everybody, my name is Moth and welcome back to another video. What I have for you today and now is the Anomic team and specifically the Jaguar. Now if you're familiar with running Anomic teams, then you'll be well aware of how vicious this Jaguar can be and how unfortunate you can kind of come up. It depends on the lottery of how random his shots are. If you are unfamiliar, then I'll talk you through firstly the fit, the reason to actually do this, and also how to do it. Okay, why are we wanting to complete this mission about potentially a Garmur worth 100 to 200, 300, 400 mil at risk? Well, if you do these in Null sec, this mission is worth about 3.7 million ISK, about 3.9 on bonus rewards, plus you get 21,000 loyalty points. The loyalty points for me are converting at 5,000 ISK per LP, so I'm going to walk away with about about 105 million ISK for the loyalty points, plus about 7 million for the actual rewards. So there's 112 million ISK on the line, and this agent roughly takes you about 4 minutes if you destroy one of the logistic ships, but about 5 minutes if you destroy them both. Okay, the ship of choice today is going to be the Garmur. It's the exact same fit that I have used for my previous video, which is the Enyo. It's still got the damage that I had when I tried to kill off somebody who was a tackler for a fleet. As I was moving along, I thought I'd give it a go, see if I can get a quick PvP kill. It's basically a Microwarpdrive, a double missile guidance computer, a target painter. In the low slots, I have 3 ballistic control systems. These are faction, and CPU. I'm looking okay on CPU, so I could actually make one of these a T2, as well as polarized rockets in the highs. The rockets themselves will fire up to 26 kilometers with my skills. With better skills, and I've only got level 4 on projection and bombardment, you can get I think 28 kilometers. Total DPS is 262. Again, not perfect, but pretty much there. About 95% of the damage you can get with perfect skills. And yeah. Okay, now how do we complete this mission? Well, very similar to the Enyo. The idea is to go in and orbit the target ship, which in this instance is a Jaguar. However, if you decide to orbit the Jaguar at 20 kilometers, there is a good chance that he will land what they call a wrecking shot. And now a wrecking shot in a Garmur, considering we're using polarized weapons, I have 0 resistances and I have no shield extender, which normally means I walk away from a wrecking shot with about 15 to 20% armor in one volley. I've died once or twice in this mission on a character, normally when I'm not paying attention and I try to orbit a little closer. So what we're going to do is we're going to go into the mission. I'm going to firstly establish an orbit, and then we'll discuss a little bit more in detail how we kill off each of the logistics before we kill the Jaguar. Okay, let's go. Okay, when you go into the room, you'll see there's a Jaguar, just like the Enyo room. There's a 1 DPS ship and 2 logistic ships. In the instance of the Jaguar, you have a Jag and 2 burner bursts. These are your logistics frigates. So all we're going to do is right click on the Jaguar. What I do is I orbit at 25 kilometers with my Microwarpdrive on. Once I've established an orbit, and you can see the orbit if you use the tactical orb belay, essentially means once you're kind of tracking to that fixed line, you kind of settled and nothing should go too far wrong. You see there, he's trying to come towards me, so my ship kind of moved around. I want to get into that stable orbit so that it's a lot easier to do. Okay, so let's lock them all up so we've got them pre-locked. Now, in this, you should probably always go for the burst first. So in this one, the burst, it's a shield repairing ship, and we know that they're weakest now to shield EM resistances. So we're going to load that ammunition. We're going to target one of the bursts, activate our guidance computers, and when the ammunition is loaded, we're going to start shooting ammunition at this one. The way the bursts work and the way the ships kind of move around in this weird orbit, sometimes the burst will be in range, sometimes not. What I tend to do is I tend to stay on this target. Once I feel a bit more comfortable, you see I'm at 26 kilometers now, 27. all I'll do is I'll adjust my kind of orbit now down to 24,000. So I click on the Jaguar again, and now I'm going to orbit at 24. So you can see that circle got a little bit tighter. That means now I'm coming closer to the bursts, so there's less chance of those bursts orbiting away from me than there was before. So you can see the burst is going down fairly quickly. Now you can go straight for the Jaguar at this point. I have a tendency just to be 100% safe on this one. The fit that I use is worth about 500 mil if you ignore this local kind of prices. About 500 mil. So for the sake of killing one extra logistic ship, it's definitely worth doing. Once this logistic ship is down, we're going to work on the Jaguar. So let's have a look at the Jaguar's resistances. As you can see, the Jaguar is a shield repairing ship. Now the Jaguar is weakest to kinetic. So we get to our missiles, we load Scourge. We kind of start target painting the Jaguar, and we start firing Scourge once it's loaded. You don't have to do anything at this point, so I'm going to speed up the footage and I will come back to you just as it's about to die. Thank you. Okay, and the Jaguar is about to go down now. So as soon as the Jaguar is about to die, we're going to approach the wreck as always, and we're going to check if there's any loot inside. That's the mission completed. That's the burner Jaguar, or the Anomic Team Jaguar. Again, some people have trouble with this one. There is fits out there for doing it in a Nurgle, so you're actually base tanking the damage, which is something I'm going to try in the future. There is a fit out there which I've seen from another YouTuber called Eagle Firefly, I believe. I think that's the name, yeah. And they use a Kaldari Navy hook bill. I've never personally done that, so I'm going to give that a try as well. I've always used the Garmur. For me, it's never kind of failed. So I kind of always run with this fit. And as it's my universal fit for all four of them, it's easier to have one ship than it is to have 3, 4, or 5 that all do the same purpose. If you've got any questions at all, you'd like to see me doing this in a cheaper ship, so a Tech 2 fitted one with the same sort of success, please let me know in the comments. If not, the next video should be one of the Anomic teams. Hopefully the Hawk and the... what's the one after the Hawk? The Hawk, Vengeance, the Enyo, and the Jaguar. So yeah, I need to do the Vengeance and the Hawk to round off the series, and then I'm going to move on to doing the actual Anomic agents specifically. Thank you very much for your time today, and I'll see you in the next one.